Hello and welcome to Algebra 1 CST release question number 67. It says, what is the solution set of the quadratic equation 8x squared plus 2x plus 1 equals 0? So you could try to factor this first, like this, and try to figure out what that all is, if possible. It might be possible, but you know what? I feel like a little more practice with the quadratic formula is a good idea here. So based on choice A, that's where it might be possible. That's where you might be able to use factoring to solve this. But based on B and C, it looks like it's more likely, at least, seeing there's two answer choices like this, that you're going to have a square root or a radical left over in the end, meaning that would lead me to believe that the quadratic formula would be the better way to go about attacking this problem. And so let's figure out what that is. So remember the quadratic formula, you've got x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Again, if you want to hear me sing that lovely song to the tune of Pop Goes the Weasel, why that works out. Number 65. I'm only singing once. I'm sorry. Not going to do that twice. Should I? No, I'm not going to. It's number 65. You can go check the song out. But anyways, we've got A is 8. B is 2 right here, and C is 1. And so we've got x equals negative 2. 2 is your b value, so it's negative of the b value, plus or minus the square root of b squared of 2 squared minus 4 times a, which is 8, times c, which is 1, all over 2 times a, all over 2 times 8. This will give me negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 4, that's 2 squared, minus 32 here, let's see, all over 16. And so I'm going to keep simplifying this, negative 2. And you may have noticed I hesitated a little bit there because I'm noticing, this is going to be negative. So I have a negative underneath the square root. If you watch the previous one to this, number 66, I talked about imaginary numbers and how you learn about those in Algebra 2, where you can deal with things like this and actually come up with a solution. But if for Algebra 1 purposes we don't learn about that yet, we've got this negative under the radical. This means that you don't have any real solutions. And so because the discriminant, because the part underneath the radical is negative, that means you have no real solutions. And so your final answer for number 67 would be choice D.